and welcome to Fullerton College Volleyball on 90.1 KBPK. As the Hornets are in Colleen Riley Court as they host the Saddleback Bobcats in this OEC matchup. Hornets on a 3-match winning streak after knocking off Cypress in a big match last Wednesday, which we were here. They look to make it 4 in a row, get back to their early season stature in the CCCAA. Hornets will start McKenna Mokri, Faith Webb, Jade McIntyre, Issa Domingo, Hannah Williams, Hannah Tobin will be your libero. The team's leading dig person, second in the conference, second in digs per set as well. And we'll get the starting lineups for the Bobcats as well. Just one moment. They starting off with all-conference performer Sydney Brown, who leads the team in kills with 174 and points with 211.5. Logan Daniels, the setter, along with Jolie Robinson, Lillianne Horner, Autry Sadika, and Kinsey Houston round out the starting lineup for Saddleback. Corey Nayland, Mark Pavlovich, Ron Osborne, and Hatomi. The artist only goes by one name.
Yeah, Corey, what makes this game so big, I talked to the coaches before this game and said, from Fullerton, where do they sit in the playoff? Possibilities. If they win tonight and they win handily, they should be in the playoffs. If they win tonight but it's close, the likelihood is no.
And I think they should be in the playoffs if they win regardless, but we shall see. As Faith Webb starts it off, Fullerton in their white homes, blue shorts, a nice kill for the first. The point goes to Logan Daniels. Daniels, the freshman out of Dana Hills High School, all freshmen except for one sophomore, Kinsey Houston. She wears number 2 in the, call that red, maroon, gold, not gold, but cardinal and gold.
Yeah, we're calling it maroon. That's what we've got today.
I like maroon, and the first service attempt by the Bobcats is out. It is 1-1 early on. So 5 is Mokri, 25 is Williams, 24 just coming in is Alexa Hauser. Number 9 is Issa Domingo, 22 is Faith Webb, and libero in blue is Hannah Tobin for your Hornets. Daniels sets to Brown, and there's going to be a violation on the Hornets, so side out goes to Saddleback. So serving for the Bobcats will be Desiree Atienza. She's the libero in the black and maroon. There's Mokri up high. And Mokri ties it up at 2.
Yeah, Mokri can elevate, and the thing she does as an outside hitter is she takes an extreme angle across court. So it's if you're doing your geometry at home, do that 45-degree angle, that's how she cuts the court in half.
And Mayfield will do the serving, the freshman out of Valencia High School. Right-handed jump serve, nice diving, sinking serve. And Lillian Horner cannot come up with the dig.
Yeah, her serve looks like us carrying equipment to a game. We're halfway there and then it dies.
3-2, Hornets. Set from Daniels and up top. Nice block. And they're going to say out of bounds, antenna violation. So 4-2, Fullerton. Here's Mayfield, her third service. Nice high rotating. Daniels sets quickly. And there's a nice smart shot by Kinsey Houston. Put it where nobody is. She knuckled over to the right side as Mayfield checks out for Hannah Williams. And that's going to bring up Jolie Robinson.
Corey, if you watch this, you'll watch the similar sets that they use, both teams, on their serves.
Robinson with a powerful serve on the back row attack, Faith Webb. There's Robinson. Cross-court dig to Sydney Brown. That's out. Another antenna violation, 5-3 Hornets. And you have at least 2 all-conference performers. I'm going to say 3 all-conference performers on the court tonight. For Saddleback, that'll be Sydney Brown. For the Hornets, Faith Webb, number 22, and Hannah Tobin, the libero in blue, number 8. Miley Tabone, nice serve, hits the line, and is now 6-3 Hornets.
Yeah, and realize she's got an excellent serve. When you saw the last game, she was the standout server for this Hornet team. She'll put a little drop spin on her serve, which is overspin on the ball.
Brown, nice dig by Wilms. Webb on the far side. Can't touch that. Webb, 201 kills on the year, make it 202. It is now Fullerton 7-3. First set just started in this OEC matchup.
So we'll see if she varies the speeds on her serve.
And Tabone, a float, high arcing teardrop. Brown finesses. Domingo slapped over by Hauser. Saved by Wilms. And again, Brown said, I ain't touching it. I ain't having anybody help me out on that one. She puts it right back over. And you can call that one a free ball. That's the only one we'll use tonight, but it frees over. So 4 serving 7. Sydney Brown, 29 service aces, which leads the team this season. Into the net.
You jinxed the freshman, didn't you?
That's my aura. 8-4 Hornet serve as McIntyre checks back in for Tobin. Alexa Hauser do the serving duty. She's 6th in aces, Mark, in conference play. Daniels up and over, another net. We have a timeout on the court. Hornets leading in this first set 9-4 over Saddleback. This is Fullerton College Volleyball on 90.1 KBPK.
Hey, if you're wandering around Fullerton College tomorrow, it's winter days. We were out there earlier, Joe, Ryan, and myself, representing the communications department and 90.1 KBPK. Come on by, stop by the booth. We'll give you a little information about the classes that are currently going on, the classes that are hopefully are going to be in person next semester. Stop on by. We've got our equipment out there. Joe will explain the program, and/or Ryan, and we'll let you know about the classes, like the sports broadcasting class that the man to my right teaches here at Fullerton College. So come on out, have a little free food. Lots of little thing giveaways that they got on a variety of tables out there. Meet Joe, myself, and maybe Ken, and maybe that new car that we're going to get at 90.1 KBPK.
Just give me a mask. And out of the timeout, Fullerton is 13-10. Like we said, 3 straight wins, 3 straight conference wins, 7-5 in conference. Saddleback is 10-7, dropped their last one. They are 5-6 in conference. Fullerton won the first matchup. It's Hauser. I don't know if that was a knuckleball or a screwball coming over the net. Either way, it cannot be handled. It is 10-4. Hornets starting out on fire.
Hauser hits a heavy ball. Watch it when it comes over the net. It's much harder with speed-wise for people to handle because it's a ball that has a heaviness to it on the opposing side.
Out. 5 serving 10 now for the Bobcats.
Hauser goes out, Corey, and the libero comes back in for Fullerton College.
So Tobin back in. Houston with the serve. Houston out of Great Falls, Montana, Foothills Community Christian High School. Wilms, Domingo, Webb on that left side. Dug by Jones. Tabone. Back set, attack line, Wilms. And violation for the Hornets. 10-6 or 6-10 serving.
So Faith Webb, one of the things you like about her, Corey, one of the few women for Fullerton that actually takes body motion towards the net when she elevates. That's why she's been so good this year.
Here's another back row set again. Nice dig by Jones. Make it Horner. Webb again. And that's way too much power from Horner. After a nice dig by Houston, it is now 11-6 Hornets with the serve first set.
I love what you watch on Webb on defense. She's an outside hitter, but you will watch her come back and play middle defense for this Hornets team when the other team has an offensive set going.
Domingo serving Daniels back in. Horner with the attempt, and she does make it count. 7-11. So Sadika back in along with Horner. Robinson at the net. Logan Daniels to serve with Houston and Jones. Logan Daniels, freshman from Dana Point. Jump serve, rotation. Webb and Domingo freeze it over. Daniels back set to Robinson up high, mistimed it, and not accurate as it goes out on the right side. It is now 12-7 Hornets as Mokri checks back in for Stabone.
Every once in a while, the Hornets don't get a clean initial first hit for their sets. That throws off their offensive side.
Oh, that was powerful. Lillian Horner, another freshman from Casa Grande High School in Petaluma. (8-12). Saddleback and Fullerton has switched places in this past week and a half in the OEC conference standings. Domingo sets for Wilms on the far side. That's where she got her rhythm against Cyprus 1 week ago. Mokri, Domingo back set attack from Webb. Hits net, diving by Daniels. And Brown met at the top by Jade McIntyre, who's tied for lead in blocks on the team. It is now 13-8.
And I know Corey Nealon really likes Faith Webb. I'm going to keep repeating it all night long. What she does is she drives towards the net when she elevates Ryan Osborne, and that's what allows the ball to get over the net.
With the service is Tobin. Daniels bumps that to Robinson, and she's too hard with it. And it is now 14-8. Fullerton sits 5th in the OEC conference, and gotta believe there's not 16, or I don't know if they've lessened the teams to make the playoffs this season, but there's not 16 teams better in the South, in the SoCal, than the Hornets. Here's Domingo. Webb again wants number 3. She gets number 3 on the kills today in this first set, and it is now 15-8.
I'm going to give the ceiling an assist on that one.
Yeah, it happens once a game.
You know, once a game, it's smaller, it's lower ceiling in this facility.
And there's it into the net from Tobin. So stops the bleeding just a little bit. It is 9-15 with the serve. And Atienza will do the serving for Saddleback.
5-foot freshman out of Corona Centennial. Centennial Corona.
Mokri with much lift. 16-9.
Yeah, Ryan Osborne points out that she got off the ground. Then, Ryan, we talked about actually elevation in this game. And a lot of people keep forgetting you really need to get off the ground in the game of volleyball.
That's one thing that Corey and I were talking about in the last game, where Fullerton, when they had their attack going, they got above the ball and they were hitting down towards the hard court. When you see them get underneath the ball, that's when they have a tendency to float it. If they're up over top of it, those kills are almost unstoppable.
And the second timeout used in this set, that's their second timeout they can use, and it's now 17-9. Saddleback uses that timeout in this first set. for Fullerton College Volleyball on 90.1 KBPK. And I think it's because we started pronouncing her name right. That's why she's got more lift.
Mokri?
Yeah.
Well, you can ask Ryan Osborne because I thought I was doing the game by myself tonight. Ryan, who said her name right immediately?
That would be you, Mark.
Thank you.
When was this?
Today.
No, last week we got the name right.
I didn't. I'm not listening to you. I'm camera guy.
That's okay. I know. You listened
I
last
didn't need a
week,
relative to tell me.
You needed me to tell you. That's why we said Mokri, because we've been calling her Mokri
So if you look at
all
the
year.
team comparisons right here, Saddleback 571 kills, Fullerton 717s, Ayers 276 for Saddleback, Fullerton 309. Attack percentage 170, 162. Diggs 761, and then it's almost doubled by Fullerton at 1435. Total attacks 1,700 to 2522. And aces almost dead even, 132 to 147 when you look at these two teams.
We had Mayfield back on the court for the Hornets with Faith Webb, Hannah Tobin, Alexa Hauser, McKenna Mokri, and Issa Domingo. And for Saddleback, Jolie Robinson, Atienza, Logan Daniels, Lillian Horner, Haley Jones, and that is out on the serve from Mayfield, and is now 10 serving 17 as Wilms checks back in for Mayfield. So 6 is Robinson with the serve, 8 is Horner, 5 is Atienza, that's Desiree Atienza, 3 is Logan Daniels, 7 is Haley Jones, 2 is Kinsey Houston, Issa Domingo 9, Mokri again. Mokri makes it mo better, and that is now 18 to 10 Hornets.
And you really got to give Domingo a great deal of credit. Corey, she sets the ball so well for Fullerton every time she gets her hands on it. A very high set that allows her outside hitters to dominate.
Came in with 288 on the season. She's got it 5 tonight, meaning assists. Make it 6. Nope, didn't touch. All right, so Saddleback gets the point, so 11 serving 18. So Haley Jones, a freshman, out of Trabuco Hills. Quick set, Hauser met at the top by no, that's Houston met at the top. And Domingo can't get it back over. That's 12-18. Jones with the service still. 123 digs this season, overall conference stats, and that is blocked out of bounds by Daniels, and it's 19 to 12. Alexa Hauser now.
Jade McIntyre back in the game for Fullerton.
Hauser out of Brea Olinda, the freshman. And another nice serve. That's one service ace. That gives her 21. That's not right. 27. Let's go for 28. 20 to 12 with service in this first set. Okay, 28.
And if you're Saddleback getting that serve like Horner does, you need to move your feet. You can't be stationary. It's like playing baseball and defense. If the lower part of your body is stationary, you are not going to be able to do anything. You need to bend the knees, get underneath the ball, and get it up.
Serve number 3 from Hauser. Far court set, met at the top. Domingo showing her ups. And it's 22 to 12. So Domingo, the last few matches has been strong at the net for the Hornets. Hauser with her fourth service attempt. Slaps it over and just takes it off the shoulder of Atienza. 23 to 12.
And when we talked about her hitting a heavy ball, what she does is she hits a ball with force, but it drops. So what it does is it gets onto you that you can't react quickly. It's a heavy shot that goes in to the defenders.
Back set, no look, long, 24-12. Did it hit anybody's fingers? No, they didn't. So Hornets doubling up on Saddleback, 24-12, set point. Hauser trying to close it out. He's got 29 aces, 3 on these 5 attempts here. Freshman to Robinson, Daniels, back to Houston. Dug by Tabone, saved by Domingo, freed over by Wilms. A rolling point, no, Domingo saves for the Hornets. Daniels, met, saved by Domingo, put down, no, Doug. Nice cultivation by Tabone, finished by Webb, nope, saved, and back over. Webb, quick set, McIntyre, Robinson. Webb softly, corner strongly, and she gets the point, 24-13. Saddleback serving, trying to stay in this first set.
Great action by both teams on that play.
Houston back to serve. Over by Robinson, dunked down by McIntyre. Nice jousting at the top. Long. And they're gonna say
It was touched.
oh, it was touched, so that's gonna
touched.
be game.
Yeah. Yeah, they were waiting to, all the referees were looking at each other to see that. So Fullerton comes out with a quick first game, 25-13. And Corey, I'm going to ask you and Ryan, both since you both got microphones on. The progression of this volleyball team is doing nothing but going uphill in each game. You sort of wish they would have started the season this way.
Well, that's
if they'd have started the season this way, they'd be right on top of the heap of the pile right now.
That's the thing, Mark. They did start the season out this way. Problem is, the middle of the season, we were telling Ryan last week, win-loss, 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 loss-loss, win-win.
Yeah, but how many did they win in a row?
6.
That's where everybody else has got. I mean, when I say you got to start the season this way, I don't mean your first 6 games. I mean you carry it over. So you look at the Orange Empire Conference right now. Cypress 11-1, Irvine Valley 9-2, Orange Coast 9-3, Golden West 7-4, Fullerton 7-5. And realize if Golden West loses, Fullerton could climb into a tie there. Saddleback sitting at 7-5, Riverside 2-10, Santiago Canyon a disappointing 1-10, and then Santa Ana 1-11, 6-13 overall. And that's the standings here in the Orange Empire Conference. Fullerton wins that first game, comes away with it easily, wants to make this a quick 3-set match. It's like trying to get out of a 9-second football game and then realizing you're going to 100 hours worth of overtime.
Well, you know, it happens. So when you look at these two teams per set, Fullerton 7 kills per set to Saddleback's 10. Digs per set, Fullerton is at 15, Saddleback is at 13. That's high for both teams, and it's a testament that their play at the net, that sometimes those blocks and those challenges aren't met, so they have to get that back row to save. Assists per set, Fullerton 4.9, Saddleback sharing the ball at 8.91. What's Saddleback have to do to get back into this match? And, you know, it's only the second set, but again, Fullerton is on a roll, looking for their fourth straight victory.
Well, I think one of the big problems that we saw from Saddleback is Julie Robinson very rarely touched the ball. She's an outside hitter from Mission Viejo. She's 5'9". Ryan, she can get off the ground, but she got stuck in the middle of the court. And she was setting the ball up. She wasn't having the ball set up for her. She needs to get active offensively for Saddleback to get back in the game.
Second on the team in kills.
And Mark, that's one of the things that they did well against Fullerton last time they played them, was made sure that they were able to push her to the outside, get her a little bit more involvement moving as well. Once you get stuck in the middle like you were talking about, it's hard to be able to recover and get yourself swung out to the outside off of a set, because it's kind of taking you out of a rotation. You also got to make sure someone ends up covering you back towards the middle. If they start her out to the outside and keep her there, it can get her a little bit more involved in this offense.
Yeah, I mean, and Corey, who really likes Faith for our team, she plays everywhere, but watch what Faith does. She'll drop in the middle, but then she sets herself up physically to be an offensive juggernaut for this Fullerton team.
Lillian Horner to start the second set. Here's Wilms. And when you got to worry about Webb, you got to worry about the other W in Wilms. Her first kill, or second kill tonight, 1-0 to start the second set. So Mokri, Wilms, McIntyre, Domingo, Tobin, the libero, and Webb will do the serving. We'll set Saddleback in just a moment. And her 31st service ace of the season, which is good for 4th in conference. Faith Webb is second in points in this conference. On this role that Fullerton's had, she's really propelled herself into that. Last week, she was 5th in points. Houston dug by Tobin. Freeze by Webb. Daniels back set. There's Robinson, blocked by McIntyre. And that's her 26th of the season. And again, Webb had her season high her last match. Well, last time we were here last Wednesday against Cyprus, she had a season high 20 kills. Wilms had a season high 17. And that service is out, so it's now 1 serving 3. So for Saddleback, Courtney Brown checks in wearing number 12. Robinson, Houston, Daniels, Horner, and doing the serving is the new libero, Haley Jones. Bumps it too far is Hannah Wilms, and it's now 2-3.
Well, and that really was Mokri. What she did is she let the ball come off her left wrist, which signs it over sideways. And if you don't get that first shot in to set things up, you're in trouble.
And hit antenna?
Yeah.
Yes, it did. 3-3.
And again, Corey, that goes back to the first touch by Fullerton on the defensive side. That's twice in a row. The first touch has not been a clean one to set them up.
Saddleback clinging to their playoff hopes as well, if they can pull out a victory here and go on a run. Here's Horner. Daniels, back row attack from Horner, met by Domingo. Tobin, bump set, Wilms. Nice dig and over. A rolling kill attempt, saved by Houston. Out. Nice setup for the layup on the pass, but Jade McIntyre shot it just a bit strong, and it is now 4-3. Bobcats with service.
Jolie Robinson is now becoming more active in the game on both aspects of it, on offense and defense for Saddleback.
There's Mockery, and again, straight down. 4-4.
That was a gravedigger shot. Did you see that? I mean, she was going downtown.
So 4-4 with Fullerton service. Nice crowd here at Colleen Riley Court. Tobin. Daniels with the far set. Houston with the dig, and into the net is Webb. She's frustrated on that one, just pushes the ball away after it comes right back.
She had the wrong angle on the ball. She elevated didn't drive towards it, caught on the bottom part of her hand and drove it into the net.
Far, Tobin read it well. 6-5 Hornets. Mayfield will check back in, the freshman from Placentia for Hannah Wilms, another freshman from Brighton, Colorado, Horizon High School. Webb, Tobin, Mokri, Domingo, and Hauser all in a row. 1 point advantage here in the second set. Into the net is Houston. She wanted that one. You can tell she wanted that one, but took off just a little bit too far, and the set wasn't quite right.
Yeah, and Hauser was right there, took a great angle on that to stop that one.
And it should be 7-5 instead of 6-5. So it's 7-5 Hornets. Daniels, back set for Horner. Nice dig. Webb creeps over. Brown with the save. Mokri says double hit by Saddleback, and she was there. It was not a joust. It was a mauling at the net. It should be 8-5 Hornets. They have 7-5. It should be 8-5, right? Okay. Domingo saves. Mayfield palms it over is Mokri. And a poor bump set into the net doesn't allow her players to finish. And checking into the ball game will be Sarah Payton. Patton in for Logan Daniels.
Yeah, kids at Houston made no attempt to make a play on the ball for Saddleback. Therefore, they're not going to say anything about net interference.
Patton to Houston. She finishes and is now 6-8. And I guess they're going to keep it the score at 6-8. Maybe we're off. It should be 9, right? Tell them check score.
So two guys from Cal State Fullerton both have different scores than the scorekeeper.
Is the score right? Okay. It's 6-8, but we're right though, right? I know we are. Yeah. And that serve is in. That's an ace? No. So now it is out. So it's now Fullerton 9, Saddleback 6.
There you go. You guys were just prognosticators. You knew it was going to be 6-9. You kept bringing it up.
It's 10-9. Or excuse me, it's 10-6 now. But alas, service by Tabone. And oh my gosh, what confusion on the court. And a timeout taken by the Bobcats. Fullerton up in the second set, 10-6. This is Fullerton College Volleyball on 90.1 KBPK. Hitomi on camera. Ryan, Mark, Corey on the table. Exciting.
It is an exciting game. I'm going to ask both you and Ryan. You guys have been here for every game on the table. Who's improved the most for Fullerton College on the floor? Which player would you say, boy, from the first game to now, she is really, her game has changed for either one of you?
I think if you have to look at one person, I would go with Tabone. Her sets, or excuse me, her serves over the last 4 games that we've been out here have consistently put Fullerton College in a good spot and forced their opponents to have to scramble. We saw in the first game that we were here, her serves were good, but they've been electric over the last four matches.
Anybody from you, Corey, besides that?
I'm going to go coach speak, and I think the team has progressed and really advanced really well later on in this season, and I think everybody has improved to make them playoff contenders in the CCCA.
Okay, here we go. There's 12 A's in there?
Might have been too many C's and too many A's. Out of the timeout, Saddleback with Brown, Horner, Patton, Robinson, Jones, and Houston. Hornets with Tabone, Tobin, Wilms, Tabone with the serve, Domingo, Hauser, and Webb. Back set, up top. Tobin, Domingo, Webb. Jones with the bump. Patton with the set. Horner with the point. 7-10 serving is the Bobcats. Back in is Autry Sadaka, wearing number 11 in maroon. Patton. Pushed over by Wilms. Across, nice dig. Here's Wilms with more power. Patton to Horner. Wilms again on a knee. Round in the right place. Just flared across. Dink, no good. Point is good the second time by Sadaka. So smart playing by Constance Brown in the back. Sadaka at the net gives them, or reduces that lead to 8-10 they're serving. Domingo. Webb across and met by Brown with a nice dig in the right place. Back set Robinson. There's Tobin. Quickly over, little dink, two-hand chest pass. And what you say, Ryan? The campfire. 11-8 Hornets.
Yeah, it looked like a grunion hut by Saddleback there with the waves coming in. Nobody came up with anything.
11-8. Hauser with the set. Or serve, excuse me. Back row launched too far. 12-8 Hornets. And Hauser again, magnificent serving in to close it out in that first set. Patton, Webb. And that's a double touch by Webb. If you can get away with setting it to yourself, you got to try it at least once.
Yeah, the problem is you say to yourself, hey, wait a minute, I can't elevate that high, you know?
9-12 serving is Patton. Freshman setter out of Connolly High School and in Anaheim. And she serves it too much, 13-9.
And that's what I will say where Fullerton's really improved. Judgment on serves and judgment on shots going out on the side. They have done that in the last couple games where they've been very accurate letting balls go.
Patton quickly, little dink, not over. And Tobin and McIntyre couldn't save it. So it's 10-13. Horner with the serve. Horner out of Capistrano Valley. Domingo give and go to Webb. Nice block by Sadaka. Across the net from Tobin. Houston trying to set, and there's point. Net touch.
Yes, that's what they're calling.
Mulkery checks back in for Tabone.
You know, when you watch the young ladies on the court and they reach for a ball and they can't quite get it and you wonder what that feels like, take that coffee cup coming off your counter and trying to catch it before it hits the floor. It's that stretch that they make.
Houston tries it again, and no go. 15-10 Hornets. Webb, Jones. Here's Robinson in the middle. Nice dugging out by Webb and Domingo. And Mulkery couldn't get it that time. She tried to work the 45-degree angle like Mark said. And she went 47 degrees, and it's out. 15 to 11, 11 serving 15. Here's Jones. Williams rejected at the net by Houston, and it is 12-15.
Saddleback puts up a brick wall, and when you try and drive through it, sometimes it's just better to go maybe around it or just barely over the top. Good offense by them. They're close in this game. They'd like to get number 2 and even it up at 1-1.
Jones again. Webb finishes that one. She says, once, all right, I'll give you that. Twice, no. 16-12 Fullerton.
Yeah, and that was really a nice back set by Domingo because they've been attacking the middle. She back set to let the outside hitter go for the ball.
There's a running, not quite as well as that last one from Domingo. Faith Webb from the back row into the net for the second time. It is now 13-16.
Faith is just catching the ball a little low on her arm, so she's driving it straight in the net instead of catching a little higher on the palm to get her over the top of the net.
Robinson, nice sinking serve. Put it down, nice dig by Webb. There's Robinson with her own special dig, and there is Webb diving, cultivating some bigness like a poet. And here is Jones quickly over to Hauser. Webb with her second dig on this rally. Jones with a nice diving two-handed stop. Saves it to Robinson. And there is Fullerton's point, double touch, 17-13. I tried to get a beatnik reference for Mark because she was out there. Can you dig it? Faith Webb does too on that rally, 17-13.
So you got a beatnik. So next is a jazz reference, then a hip hop,
Well, if you
then
get
a blues.
well, if Fullerton shows or Saddleback shows jazz hands, that's probably a two-touch violation. I'm sorry, we'll get a little bebop in it. 17-13. Here's Tobin. Hauser off the fingertips. Here's Robinson. Houston on that right side, that left side, excuse me, is out.
I think they're calling it a touch.
They are calling Fullerton with the touch. So point goes to the Bobcats, 14-17 as Mayfield checks out. Domingo, Mokri, Hauser, Webb, Tobin, and Wilms for the Hornets in white. Houston with the serve. Bobcats already down one set. Fullerton looking to take control of this match. Hauser with some strength. Domingo to Hauser again. Just pokes and dinks and scores. 18-14. And another timeout taken by the Bobcats with 18-14. Is your score. Fullerton in the lead. Hornet Volleyball 90.1 KBPK.
Fullerton College football. Oh, don't forget what Corey said, KBPK. Well, you might be sitting around doing nothing. What do you want to do? Listen to some great music? Well, there's no better place to go than 90.1 KBPK. The best music, the best variety. 90.1 KBPK.
So, Mark, you were about to say Fullerton College football this Saturday they take on
Saddleback College.
1 p.m. at Chappelle Stadium. That's going to be on sportsnetusa.net, our sibling station. And also this weekend, it's the water polo OEC championships. And Fullerton is the #1 seed. Could you have guessed that?
No,
Oh.
no, you're kidding.
No, yeah. 24-6 overall. They were 5-0 in conference. They're going to take on the winner of either Cypress or Golden West on Friday to get there because they have a bye. Them and OCC have that bye. And I didn't know, well, I should have known that they had the conference's leading scorer with Nita Torres at 70. And a few others in the top 10 in scoring.
Yeah, they're a dynamic water polo team, and their coach, Ryan, is one of the better coaches in California in the sport of water polo.
Yeah, and he already has a state championship in 2014, added one in 2019 as well. 2 historic teams, both of those 2 times, and he's looking to add one more. We've had him on the Coaches Show once already. We're also going to visit him once again, either at the OEC Championships or just before as well. So
did he not get a national championship with one of those states?
That was 14.
2014, because it was, if I remember right, an undefeated run to the title, which was the only one in state history, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think it was undefeated, yeah. But that was a national title team.
Okay.
But like we always say, if you win the state title in California, especially coming from the OEC, that's a national title, even if no one else would give it to you. And here's a point by Fullerton, said, we'll take the point, 19-14.
And if Corey Nealon tells you that, it must be true, because I've been saying things for the last 20 years for him, and I've yet to been right on anything. So why would I argue with you now?
You could be right. Just not, when it comes to me. And there is a push. 2 hands, 2014. I'm just saying, you could be right. But not. 20-14.
Wow.
Hornets trying to close out this second set. Miley Tabone. A nice float, good float serve. Wilms. Webb. And she's just too powerful at the net.
And she was top 2 in the entire OEC in kills overall, trailing by, I believe, under 13 coming into this match.
Yeah, and she's put it on people these last 4 matches.
And that ball just crawls over the net, gets really small and slivery, and nobody from Fullerton College can find it when it hits the floor.
15-21. Slivery, that's a good word. I like that word. It's in a dictionary. Here's Sarah Patton. And she has a beautiful serve that just handcuffed Hannah Wilms and is now 16 serving 21. And actually that serve is from Candace Brown, the freshman from Glendora. Domingo Hauser, and she slaps it over, but what are they gonna call?
No, it's Fullerton's.
And point Fullerton, 22-16. Hauser. Here's Logan Daniels back in. Nice double pump from Horner. And there's Faith Webb with the killer kill, 23-16.
She's now catching the ball up higher on the set before it drops below the net and catching it on the meat of the fist when she hits it. Before, she was catching it more down on her forearm at a lower elevation and driving it in the net.
And speaking of into the net, Alexa Hauser tries to baby that one over. It's 23-17. So Daniels serving with a 6-point deficit. And Fullerton trying to close out this second set. Daniels serves it long. So 24-17 Hornets. And trying to close out this second set will be Issa Domingo.
You know, that drives a coach crazy. You've got to get your serve in so that we can play the next step on the point.
7th in assists in the conference. Looking to close out this second set and go up 2-0. Up high is Robinson, but up higher is McIntyre and Wilms. And they close it out 25-17 in this second set. Fullerton looking for their 4th straight win here on 90.1 KBPK.
You know, you talked about things going on this coming weekend. Not only Fullerton is playing, but another team that is chasing the conference title on SportsNetUSA.net. Ryan Osborne, Albert Robles, they're heading down to San Diego as Golden West College will be taking on San Diego Mesa at 6 o'clock on Saturday on SportsNetUSA.net. So if you're a Fullerton College fan, watch your team earlier in the day, and then, well, it's going to be hard to say, Corey, no matter who you wrote for in that San Diego Mesa game, you're either going to feel really good or really bad, because either one of those teams walk away, they're going to be right on Fullerton College's heels for that conference championship. Fullerton College Athletic Department, the spectators policy, outdoor policy, proof of a vaccine or negative COVID-19 test. That goes to you, Aaron Rodgers. The indoor policy, proof of fully vaccination, Aaron Rodgers, or negative COVID test, Aaron Rodgers. Test 72 hours prior to the athletic event, Aaron Rodgers. For us Green Bay Packer fans, could I get a big one of these sent to Green Bay and have Aaron stick it up on his wall and just say, hey, this is the athletic department. So make sure you go out and get that shot. And when you're on campus, wear your mask. Do it for the consideration for the person that's next to you. And don't sort of look at them and say, hey, let me debate this. Ryan, we were out today all day long. All of us had our mask on today, respecting each other's area.
We had our masks on. We were also, like you said, respecting each other's areas, staying that socially distanced 6 feet apart. And we were also here the other day when Fullerton College had themselves the opportunity to give students and also people walking up a chance to get their vaccination. And if you don't have the vaccination, please just plan accordingly for that outdoor-indoor policy as well to bring that test of within 72 hours to an athletic event. So don't just show up to the door and say, hey, I'm ready to come inside to go see the game. I'm ready to go to this outdoor event as well. Just please plan accordingly if you plan to attend a Fullerton College event, just so that way you can not only see those friends and family members, but also keep everyone indoors, outdoors, watching the game, match, or set, all safe.
Yeah, think about the safety of the person to your left or right. I just got my booster. I was excited. I'm triple protected, Aaron Rodgers. So, you know, Butte College.
So
Yeah, I might say Aaron Rodgers one more time, just because I'm aggravated.
And speaking of triple protected, we're going to make sure that on the coaches show we try and get the offensive line coach once again, Coach Tusher, on the show, in addition to Phil Austin as well.
there you go.
Yeah, in that case, you do want to be triple protected.
So started the third set with Daniels, Jones, the libero for Saddleback, Houston, Robinson, and Horner. And first time into this match is Isabel Johnson, a freshman from Murrieta. And for the Hornets, up front in white is Mokri, 5'18" is McIntyre, 25 is Williams, 9 Domingo. The libero in blue is Tobin, and Faith Webb with the serve, wearing number 22. Daniels bumps Robinson, two-handed dig by Webb, and there it is, Mokri. She set the tempo in the first set for the Hornets. Let's see if she's going to set the tempo in the third set for the Hornets. That's her 5th dig tonight, 1-0. Mokri 8th in kills in conference, and that is long. 1-1.
I know why Corey likes Faith Webb. Number 22, he keeps thinking of that St. Louis Cardinal, Jack Clark, who beat the Los Angeles Dodgers when he was wearing number 22 when he played for St. Louis.
Yes, he did. And nice. Jade McIntyre said, you can't hold me. 2-1. Ryan wasn't born then, Mark.
No,
And
but
they're
I'm a
gonna say it's
student of the
out by
game, so I'm
Bobby.
aware of that.
So they're going to say that was out, so it's 1-2. Wilms, there she goes, making up for it, 3-1. She met Houston at the top, and she won the battle as Hauser in for McIntyre. Tobin, it's 2-2. Saddleback bumps into each other in the back row, finessed over by Robinson. Here's Wilms, Daniels, Jones, back to Robinson, and that is out. 3-2 serving is the Bobcats.
Watching the agility of our coaches in front of us. Sort of look like me when I'm doing something. Quick as a cat.
Constance Brown now checks in for Saddleback. Haley Jones will serve. Into the net. So it is 3-3.
Hey, you saw how fast I pounced on that free pizza today. That was cat-like.
That's true. But that's also an advantage when the pizza's warm when we get it. I don't know about you, but I ordered the steak.
Here's Mayfield. Houston into the net. Houston has not gotten lift tonight. She's the only sophomore on the team. And it is now 4-3 Hornets with Mayfield. Ann came into the match with 4 service aces, 15 digs, 4 points. And into the net, went off her thumb. And it is 4-4. Jolie Robinson, 95 digs kills coming into this match, 77 digs, 41 blocks, which is first on the Saddleback team. Webb from the back attack. Again, Houston into the net. It's a combination of that set and where she's trying to take off from.
Yeah, it really is. And Corey, I think the thing that's amazing is to watch Domingo. You look at her, a small little player out there for the Hornets, 5'4", but she comes as an outside defender. And every time they attack her side, they can't do anything against her.
They go to Houston again. Tabone is there. Domingo bumped by Wilms. Daniels again, Kenzie Houston. This time she's finding her footing. Webb frees. Joust at the top, won by Logan Daniels, and it is 5-5.
And I'm going to go back and say it. So they attack the side Domingo's on, yet not once did they score a point. So you've got somebody 5'4" at the net that's not going to elevate at the top, but she's such a good setter that she can play up in front at the net and score points for the Hornets.
Houston with the serve. Webb. Daniels with the set. Warner met, blocked by Hauser. Good rotation. 6-5 Fullerton.
And what side did they attack again? Fullerton's right side, their left side offensively. Who do they go after? That 5-foot player. And Corey, they don't get any points going on that side.
Yeah, well, Hauser was there to assist. 6-5. Hauser has 3 service aces in this match. Bump set, Horner rolling to Bone. Hauser up high, Webb even higher. Point Hornets 7-5.
Fullerton's game right now is smooth as butter. That's all I can say.
Hip hop reference, there you go. I didn't even have to say it. Didn't even know it either. And here's Webb, Domingo. Wilms met by Robinson. Brown palms it. Rally continues. Wilms said palm that. 8-5. So Jones back in as the libero. Hauser still at serve. She's got the serve for the last 3 points for Fullerton. Sliding dig by Robinson. Here's Horner. Tabone saves Fullerton. Muscles through is Faith Webb through Constance Brown and Logan Daniels. It is 9-5. Fullerton 4 straight, make it 5 straight. And we've got a timeout on the court taken by the Bobcats with Fullerton up in the third set trying to close it out. Fullerton College Volleyball on 90.1 KBPK. And you look at other events on the Fullerton campus: athletics, men's water polo, also at the OEC championships. If they win, that'll be an upset. Men's basketball, first game of the season was on Monday. They won. I think they believe beat LA Trade Tech in that victory. This week they'll be in Santa Monica at a classic. Women and men's cross country at the SoCal Regionals this week. Women and men's soccer play Santiago Canyon on the 5th, home and away. Women's basketball gets started this week. Marsha Foster has her team versus East Los Angeles College. That's going to be a tough matchup for Fullerton because East LA, you know, they always have a strong, gritty team. They're at Grossmont, the Grossmont crossover as well. So we got the week in Fullerton College athletics. And if you're a student at Fullerton, I hope you realize they have athletic teams. Go support them. So 9-5 Fullerton, 5 straight points. Alexa Hauser doing the serving. Tabone, Williams, Webb, McIntyre, and Domingo on the floor with her. Here's Daniels, Horner. Another dig by Tabone. That's number 5. And a nice job. Again, the strength Faith Webb has up at the top. Daniels can't control it, contain her, and neither can Brown.
Yeah, and who sets those last 4 points? Once again, I'm going to go to one of the smallest players on the court for the Hornets. Domingo set all 4 of those points. I like the way she plays.
Quick set, Brown. And not in my position was Tabone this time. And Saddleback quells momentum, 6-10 with service. Isabel Johnson checks in for Haley Jones. Back serving is Constance Brown. Hannah Tobin checks back in, the libero for the Hornets.
Cleaning up, doing a little housekeeping. You know what? Hey, ladies. My floor's done. I don't have a net up, so I'm not sure if they'd come over and zoom for me. You think so? No? I'm out of luck? Wow, okay. Hey, at my age, I'll try anything to get somebody to help me clean my house.
And that is out. So Brown tried a strong serve. And it is 11-6. This is the third set. Fullerton took the first 2. Fullerton is now up 11-6. Fullerton looking for their 4th straight win and playoffs. Here's Houston. And again, Domingo doing it up front, doing it from the serve.
And if Fullerton makes the playoffs and they play here, we will be broadcasting that game on 90.1 KBPK.
12-6 Hornets. Domingo again. Robinson, Daniels, Horner on the far side. That is also long. And it is 13-6. Fullerton needed a resounding victory to improve their playoff chances. Right now, they're up 2-0, looking for a resounding 3-set shutout. As Sabrina Sabrina Hernandez is in for the first time. And back is Isabel Johnson. Sydney Brown, who hasn't seen much action, she's the team's best player statistically wise. Hasn't been in there since the first set. And it is now 7 serving 13. Logan Daniels, money. She cuts the edge. It is 8-13. Here's Daniels. This one to Tobin. Domingo, nice set. Flying from behind and finessing it over, floated it over, is Faith Webb. And that was a nice set. They faked the up kill from McIntyre. She slides to the right, and Faith Webb comes in from behind and puts it down 14-8. Now she's got serve. Another ace. 15-8. Knowing where the other team is positioned is crucial, and Faith Webb knew it. And they're up by 7 with this timeout taken in this third set. Looking to close it out here at Colleen Riley Court on 90.1 KBPK.
Next week is Veterans Day, and of course, Ryan, Joe, and I are going to take a little trip over to Cypress College next week, because on November 10th, the 2 veteran resource centers are going to be playing each other in softball. We've invited ourselves. So Ryan, Joe, and I are going to go over there and celebrate with the veterans and Veterans Day at Cypress College next week, November 10th. We're going to broadcast that softball game. You, myself, and Joseph Pavlenko will be there with us. And we're going to do a little softball for you. And we're going to talk to a lot of young men and young women that are proud veterans of this company. So don't forget, next week is Veterans Day. Take time out to thank those individuals you know that are veterans, be it a friend, maybe a next-door neighbor, and make sure you thank their families, too, for the sacrifices they made. Next week, Veterans Day. Take a little time out and just say to somebody, thank you for serving and thank you for what you've done. And remember, we'll do it here on 90.1 KBPK.
Out of the timeout, Mokri, Wilms, McIntyre, Tobin, Domingo, and Webb. For Saddleback in the red, Johnson, Robinson, Jones, Hernandez, Daniels, and Brown. Brown met at the top by Mokri and McIntyre again. This time she gets it. So they met her at the top and vetoed her that first time. The second time, she gets the 9th point for the Bobcats, and she checks back out. For Kinsey Houston, Sabrina Hernandez checks out. Back in is Isabel Johnson. Here's Horner. With the smash, Jade McIntyre, 16-9. McIntyre, the freshman out of Corona Centennial. 16-9 is the score. Hannah Tobin will serve. Tobin, the 5'3" sophomore from Whittier Christian. She's got a chance, guys, to get into Fullerton College record books. Dig, Wilms, Mokri, Jones. On the opposite side, Saddleback Daniels sets for Houston. Tries to dink it across, and here's Tobin. Reverse free over is Hauser. Mokri, she's blocked by Johnson. Point to Saddleback, 10-16. Hannah Tobin can move into third place all time for Fullerton College by the end of the year in most digs in a season. So if she gets her average of 15 for the remainder, she'll definitely move into third place. She has an opportunity to get to second place. Wilms saves it from out of bounds. Miscommunication. Robinson standing back. Daniels wanting to go over. She's got to touch it. Neither did her. Excuse me, Robinson had to touch it. Daniels was waiting for her. And it is now 17-10. And Mayfield. 17-10 in the third set. Fullerton trying to close it out. They're up 2. Daniels to Houston. And again, Houston's been off her game. And it's 18-10. And an ace from Mayfield. That's number 5.
Mayfield serves a very flat serve on her jump serve. Very little arc to it. It's on a direct line. It's very flat, no spin. And because it might be different than everybody else, it's that serve that's just enough to help you change the pace from the back line.
19-10 serving. And Jones into the net. So Savannah Sutton from Petaluma, Casa Grande in for the first time. Lillian Horner, who's out of Capistrano Valley. 20-10. Sutton, Daniels, Houston from the far side. This time she gets it, trying to pump up her team. It is 11 serving 20.
She shot a knife in there. That cut the air, hitting on the other side of the Hornets.
Mockery smokes it. 21-20, 21-11.
And again, I'm going to go ahead.
Oh. She hit it so hard I mispronounced her name. 21-11. McKenna Mockery. Here's Webb. She's feeling the closeout, 22-11.
And there comes Big Joe. I wondered if he was ever going to visit us just in time to wrap up the equipment. I like this. Teamwork. Teamwork.
Good communication by the Hornets. Alexa Hauser gets into the act. She smashes it across, and it is 23-11. And Saddleback doing the equivalent of emptying their bench in a blowout. It is 23-11. As Sarah Patton will check in for Jolie Robinson. Christina Salampesi checks in from University High School. We're joined by Brown, Sutton, Jones, and Patton. Fullerton looking to serve out the match. Into the net is Constance Brown frustratedly. And it is now 24-11 Hornets, trying to close this game out, this match out in 3 straight sets. Miley Tabone trying to do the honors. As there's confusion at the scorer's table.
The confusion is who served last for Saddleback, so they're trying to figure out where the rotation should be for the Bobcats.
Who did serve last for the Bobcats? I think it was, let's see, right? Constance Brown. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it was Constance Brown who served last. Yeah. Tabone, Jones, Patton. Hauser for Fullerton. She closes it out. No, there's Houston. Patton sets on a give and go to Houston, and she puts it away. 24-12. Saddleback trying to inch forward, inch closer. They're serving 12-24 as Lillian Horner will check in. Out goes Savannah Sutton. So Kinsey, Houston. Faith Webb ends it. 25-17. 25-13, 25-17, and 25-12. For Hitomi, Ryan, Mark, I am Corey. Fullerton improves to 14-10, 8-5 in conference. You've been listening and watching, Fullerton College Volleyball on 90.1 KBPK.